Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we are going to open up some Draconic Chests. Now, if you open up your Draconic Chest this season, then I think for every 100, you'll get about enough sigils to get back maybe 15. So it's not really a smart investment for an exchange overall, but if you have enough resources available for the following season already, then it is something that you can consider doing, opening some of your Draconic Chests in order to get more overall. Now, we're probably going to open about 200 right now, and unfortunately I won't really be able to total everything up, but we'll take a look at the kind of drops that we get out of it and get a better idea of what the potential is. Now, this drop was not very exciting. Did get some sigils though, a lot of hammers in that one, and then a bunch of Hueso shards, which is not ideal, but we're getting close to the max there. A bunch of inner fires, which is nice, and a bunch of timers as well. Oh, clicked on mythic fragments. That's a good chunk of mythic fragments. One thing to point out is that you get a ton of mythic fragments as well as egg tokens from the Draconic Chests. And look at that, 3,000 egg tokens from that bonus. More mythic fragments and 1,000 soul dance sigils. So definitely not bad there. I think we're down to 50. This is our 50 now. Some XP boosts, a bunch of energy packs. We got 1,200 sigils from this batch and 2,400 egg tokens. So definitely building up a good stash for breeding event next season. And 6,000 egg tokens there, a bunch of hammers and some timers. So there are definitely some major drops from these chests, but again, they are more expensive overall, and you do miss out on sigils overall as well. Another good batch of stuff from that one. And again, the value of these chests is really only after you have finished the festive branch and then are getting 4 Draconic Chests for every 500 sigils that you have in excess, which you can get more of those. Oh, look at that, 150 energy packs, not bad. If you can use your sigils, or sorry, your rubies to get sigils at the end of the season to then put into that final node there. But again, it comes down to needing a lot of extra resources at the end of the season. Oh, that's a good pull of 112 hour speed ups. And with all those extra resources, you do have to invest them into that extra node at the end after you've finished the Hueso branch. So this doesn't really apply to everyone overall. Look at another 12 hour, 100 times speed ups there. So unfortunately, if you're the vast majority of the player base, you're not going to be able to benefit at a maximum from these chests because you just, whoa, look at all those mythic drops. I mean, legendary drops. That's a lot. So lots of egg tokens, timers, and inner fires. So the most players won't have the resources at the end of the season to really benefit a ton from these. Man, that's a lot of inner fires. So keep getting distracted. But if you do have a little extra and you did complete the Hueso branch, anything you could put into these without ruining your next season's plans would actually be really beneficial overall. So you have more chests for the start of next season as well as resources. But if you are a player that relies on opening super sigil chests to complete a 3rd branch to get a mythic, then you probably don't want to waste your rubies on these. Unless you know for sure that you're still going to end up with enough rubies at the end of next season in order to actually obtain your mythic still, if that is your goal. If you think you might want to pass on a mythic next season and just focus on more resources, then the Draconic Chests are definitely your best choice at getting tons of resources to help you out in the next season. So that is the end of the 200. And man, we did get a ton of egg tokens, mythic fragments, and timers, as well as PvP resources. That's one thing that really stands out of these chests is the PvP resources and the egg or the mystic fragments. The sigils are not as big of a deal. And we're gonna do one more opening just to hit that last bonus chest actually and see what we get from that. Because I like ending off nice round numbers. Anyways, so then we can go and we can see I got just about 6,000 because I started with 400 sigils. So just about 6,000 sigils from that, which will allow us to do 12 more sets of these 10. So 12 times 4, 48. So 48 chests out of the, oh, that's actually better than I expected. We did hit a couple mythic drops with the sigils. So we actually got back, what, 48, is that right? 6,500 each, 12 times, 4 each. So yeah, 48 Draconic chests from opening 200. So it really, I got 25% back on that investment, which turns out to be a pretty good conversion, because now I get those chests back for free, essentially, another 48 chests. And then I can do that again with those 48 and get back maybe 12 of them. And so then it just keeps adding up. If you have the ability to do this without ruining next season's plans, this is definitely a good option to consider. But again, the majority of players probably won't be able to take full advantage of this. So I do apologize if you're not in that group that has that opportunity. But again, if you have a little bit to spare, you can calculate out the rubies that you will need for next season, and then you can put the extras into the Draconic chests if you already have the Hueso branch completed. I do hope that PG leaves this the same for next season without any changes, so that we can plan ahead and make use of it again next season for those who maybe need a little bit of time to plan and prepare ahead of time to know that this is what they're going to do. So hopefully things all stay the same, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated as soon as I know, but we may not know until the time comes, which might mean we have to make our plans next season with a little bit of caution just in case we can take advantage of this. But regardless, I hope it was interesting to see this, to watch me opening these chests, to see the drops that can come from it. But again, they're similar to platinum chests with the random variations. And so you have to open a bunch of them to really hit the average. And so if you're only opening, you know, say 20 to 30, you might get stuck with some pretty bad drops. But I hope this was interesting. Good luck with the remainder of the season, the upcoming event soon, the last event of the season, and I'll see you in the next video.